Hey, so welcome to the final fun part of DESCON 8.0. We will first hear the presentations from the Hackathon team that worked on the Climerco enhancing features. So I would like to invite team of Žarko and Novak to come and present their solution. The floor is yours.
Hello, my name is Novak Stjepić, and we are going to be presenting our solution to the Climerco improvement competition, which is called Mobile Climerco. This is a step towards bigger Climerco coverage across Serbia, and that is something that we look forward to because our end goal is to have perhaps a map of more polluted and less polluted areas across the cities of Serbia. And we also enable other people with this innovation to be able to walk around with their Climercos, or for example, be in vehicles like bikes, and measure real-time pollution data at their exact location. You can see here a map of London's most polluted areas. So this was made in a really similar fashion by measuring really just over a lot of time and a lot of locations the current pollution data. And this is something that we have taken as inspiration to do with the Climerco device as well. So, Žarko, will you explain how we made it?
What did we actually do? For avoiding additional costs and buying additional sensors for the Climerco devices, we wanted to already use the existing hardware that we have on hand. So we wanted to use our phones' GPS capabilities to send the location to the Climerco device, and to, on that way, gain an interface for the location data. So we made a simple app which takes the GPS from the phone, sends it to the Climerco device. The Climerco device processes that request, and it updates its location in real time. It sends it to the server the new location. We also changed the firmware. It was mostly what we changed. So we haven't made a lot of hardware changes in the project, mostly software upgrades, and we send the measurement data more often. And we have a server listening for the location data from your phone. And as soon as you send the location from your phone, it updates the location on the Climerco network. So yeah, all the steps needed to do this is just install the mobile Climerco app, connect it to the Climerco device, and that's it. You basically have the whole thing done. You now have a Climerco which has mobile location accessibility. Here is something that we plan on doing more, because we haven't had enough time on the hackathon to make the most of our ideas, but we have a lot more. So here is something that we haven't planned.
Yeah, we really had a lot of ideas. So, of course, the first thing that I said is it would be nice to, on the server, to have a visualization of historical data in the form of a map. I will later show a demonstration that I made doing that, but that's something that I think would really benefit the people of Serbia to know where the air is more polluted and where it is less polluted, especially in larger cities where probably more people will use their Climercos to measure it in different locations and in a lot of locations across the city. The other thing we could do is, so you heard that one of our goals is to be able to ride it on a bike, for example, like to place a Climerco on the bike or in a car or something like that. And we do need to test wind impact on Climercos to do that in open space. So because it could perhaps impact the data produced by the sensors. Yep. We should also publish the mobile Climerco app and to make it readily available for everyone who wants to use the mobile Climerco. And another idea we could do is to make it easier to access the real-time sensor data to the user of the mobile Climerco by having colored LEDs on the Climerco. It could show pollution levels at your exact location in real time. So this is a map that I made using fabricated data. We haven't had the chance to go around the city during the duration of this hackathon to actually measure levels across Belgrade, but this is something that is a demonstration. So as you can see, as you already know, sometimes sensor data isn't ideal, and I actually made sure to add sensor data which is not which is statistically an outlier, and we can still see that the map is usable. So obviously on the right hand side we can see that the pollution levels measured are lower, and on the left side the pollution levels are higher. We used inverse distance weighing for this because it is a simple model, but of course it can be improved. Also, another thing which should be done if we were to do this is scaling the measured data in proportion to the average in the city that is recorded at the current time. So, for example, if pollution levels across the entire city are low at the date that a value is measured, we can scale it. We can make it larger or lower in order to show how this location is relative to the average location in the city, because that's what we wanted to measure.
Yeah. Here we have an example. This is actually the location that you see on screen. These coordinates are actually the coordinates of the impact hub, which we are right now. We've sent the data from our phone to the Climerco device, and the Climerco device reported its location to be our location as of right now. So to test it a little more, because we didn't really have time to move with all the hardware and go around and see how it would work, we made a mock on the phone. We mocked a fake GPS location and sent Climerco halfway across the globe to see it on the map, to see it change. So yeah, that's something that you can see right there. And here's an idea about how an app we wish to make would look, something about it. You could see the measurements, and you could also see the measurements from your own Climerco. And another big thing is adding the location and time data, so that when you are in one spot, if you change the location of a Climerco device now, it disappears from the previous location. All the measurements transfer to location as of right now. And we would like the measurements before to stay on those points. So you could take a Climerco device, attach it to a bicycle, like I said, and go across the city, and you could have a bunch of different points on a map which indicate air pollution levels on different spots in the city. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, and we want to thank our teammate Despot, which unfortunately couldn't make it here today, but he also worked with us yesterday, and he is a big part of our team, a very responsible member. Questions? No, we're using the GPS from the phone
GPS
to
from the
send
phone.
it to the Climerco. So the Climerco doesn't have GPS capabilities yet, but we've thought about a few another few things. As using the Climerco device, there are a few different ways in which you can pinpoint your location. One method that we really wanted to use was to scan all the networks nearby, send it to a Google API, and get the location that way. So that way, the Climerco device would be standalone from the phone. It could get its location anywhere, and all the Climerco devices in Serbia could pinpoint their location that way.
Great. And would you have a different kind of color for the mobile Climercos on climerco.org map, or how do you see that?
I mean, the mobile Climerco data would mostly be used for aggregating historical data. But if we were to make a live feed, like to be visible on the map, as we actually made, yeah, we made it, to be visible on the map, then it would be visible as a regular Climerco, because as you maybe saw that the measures, the values measured were pretty much the same as the areas around us right now. So that is a valid measurement, and this is the same measurement as the regular Climerco.
Congratulations. I think you win the first prize of the Enhancement Climerco Hackathon. So there's a small Raspberry Pi.
Thank you.
Thank you. And also for Despot and you. And we hope to stay in touch of how it progresses. And so I hope we'll continue working on it. Great. Thank you. Unless there are any more questions. No. Good. Next on the stage would be the results of the, thank you again. And for everyone, there are T-shirts downstairs and also DESCON bags or toti. So please do not leave the building without one. So yes, the next one is the, if I may just call to the stage Jovan, to the captain of the capture of the flag competition, to announce the teams.
So first of all, some statistics. So we had around 20 people or teams. I don't know if teams registered as one user, played this CTF, and we have one definitive winner. But before announcing winner, let's go to the third and second place. The third place is user called Okraz. Oh, nice. So he managed to do it even with both competitions. Nice. I mean, congratulations. Then the next one is points. Yeah. So points is 6,048 points. So the second place is DISM4L. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is he present here? Maybe. Her? Not. Online, I guess. Maybe. And the first place is with someone with username Z. Is he also here? Guess not. So we have our winner. So I'm not sure about what is the maximum, but the first place was 12,000 points. The second place was 6,900 points. Yes.
We'd like to congratulate Zed Steva, the first winner. He will get another award and a bottle of Žuta Osa, which is a typical Serbian brandy made of quince. And congratulate you on multitasking and doing 2 hackathons at one. We wonder why you ran out of time. And the second team is, what is their name? DISM4L. If they can contact info@descon.me, team, to send them their awards, and we'll be in touch with you. So well done, 7 teams. Congratulations, Zed Steva. And again, I think he's a member of a Hack Club Belgrade. It's nice to see you join us. Great, thank you. Sorry, your awards. The next on our agenda is to actually hear from Larissa, the designer who brought us these zines. If you remember, we had an interesting time folding them, at least. And there is a few websites where you can find more information about fair AI data. And maybe you would like to say a few words, and thank you for bringing them. It was a lot of fun.
Well, thanks, and I'm not going to keep you long. So I just want to explain why I brought these and what these are. So these started off as a project where they wanted to define or explain the metrics behind the fairness metrics that exist around AI and how they work and if they are of any help to create a better or fairer AI. So they created 4 posters, and then in order to make these posters handy and explainable, they made these 4 little cute scenes where I assisted them in making them. So I don't want to take the credits. So in order, these scenes, they are under a CC BY license, so you're welcome to share them and reproduce them. You can find the license and the authorship here on the zines. So whenever you want to do that, it's enough to name the authors. There is a German and English version. We're happy to add the Serbian version if anybody is up to translating those. They're fresh off the press. So currently, the website where they will be made available is not online yet. But so either you keep on checking the website of that institute that is named here as a copyright, because it's been a research effort, or I can also share the file through Desiree with the community. So happy to. I've been asked whether they can be used in schools or whatever. Very happily. So the first one explains a little bit more like how does an AI work? What is an AI process in order to understand it for audiences that are not aware of what AI, how does that work? The second one explains a little bit where does the biases enter in this whole process and where do biases, I think we had that question earlier today. So that would be the zine to contact. And then the third one explains exactly how do these mathematical fairness metrics work in relatively simple words. And then the fourth one debates whether solving it on a mathematical, like sort of systemic level is the right idea, or whether we should actually take another approach in creating more fairer, better AI data sets in particular. So happy exploring, and they're all over the place, and otherwise you find them online, or you can print them and fold them and cut them. It's quite
Last but not least, we had many workshops. Climerco workshop was a success. Many were assembled together, and the last one is about minimum data sets or minimum sustainable data sets. And I'd like to ask some of the members of the workshop to come up and present their thinking. I think it's a work in progress, so maybe you want to bring it up on stage. I know we're here between music and beer and drinks, but hopefully, yeah, any member of the team who would like to say a few words about the complexity of trying to think what minimal data manifesto should be. As far as I understand it, the brain
and mind. So yeah, it has even another layer of meaning. So we did agree that it's not that we agree that we disagree on anything, but it was well, first of all, it was very inspiring. It is work in progress, definitely work in progress. And what I will not tell you what's written here. You can later on you can drop by and look at it. What we actually agreed upon is that it would make sense to call different communities that are interested in working with data to define what they would understand under the smallest possible data set that would be useful for them, right? So you can expect as I believe it will be a call by ISOC or ISOC chapter Serbia to participate in online workshops or online events where people would actually not only reflect but also try to define what are the conditions of the smallest possible data set that makes sense for their own research and for their own computing power that they have. And we hope in the future it would make sense both for citizen science, but also for people doing investigative journalism or for people doing any kind of artistic research, right? So for very vast areas where data analysis takes place. So that is basically the very idea. Please expect a call for participation and for common reflecting. Thank you.
And there should be some entry on Wikipedia in Serbia where to deposit their thinking or something.
We will talk about it.
Thank you so much.
And one more thing, sorry. If you are interested to learn more about what's written here and what we were actually noting here, please feel free to approach me, Larissa, or Roma, and we will be happy to to share more about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. Very nice of you. And I think for the workshop members, they all get a copy of this book, which I also recommend to other people. It's about, digitizing. Where is digitization taking us to, and what are the answers? And it contains a lot of valuable answers. Smart Green World by Stefan Lang and Tilman Senatarius. With that, let's go and join Sergio Lounge downstairs for some beats. And thank you so much for contributing to DESCON 2.0. I had a wonderful time. Hope you did as well.